Alright, welcome back to the Paranormal Side. Didn't think we would be back here already, but hey, we are. So let's get this started and see, right? Should be fine. Something's happening to Yoko. Whoa. The hell? Feels like the air just changed. Feel eyes on my back, I can't move. Is there something behind me? Yoko, are you okay? What's wrong? Oh no, this can't be. Why? Yoko! Yoko! So she's in no condition to talk. Keep yelling her name. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? Oh. Yoko, hang in there, Yoko. Look at me. Going to be okay. It's alright. There's nothing there. Yoko! So I now have to play this. Sugar grows Yoko's name in the desperate attempt to wake her as she lies, unmoving, on the ground. Will this please get through to her? Yeah. Why didn't that automatically play? Why was I back at the screen there? But okay, whatever. Huh? Oh, good, you're awake. What? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused, I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one who said it earlier, yes. Oh, right, that might have been it. My humors were off balance. What, back there? You ended up like that because of your humors? Yeah, I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous. What? Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. I'm sorry, I won't make this a very long part. I don't have a whole lot of voice left. I am still sick. I thought I could talk longer. I was fine earlier today, I don't know. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on, I just started feeling back to normal too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay? I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So, to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Do I really always have to choose from here? That kinda sucks. Worried about Yoko after the bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off the investigation into the mysteries for the night, despite her stubborn objections. He manages to persuade her by offering to continue the search on his own. I don't know, not a fan. And it doesn't automatically just play out based on my choices. Inchibori Park. Is not the music indicating we're meeting in further news? He's dead. For dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in Sumida City Park. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area at around the same time. So he dies no matter what. 7 Mysteries of Hanjo. Written and directed by Tamari Ishiyama. Sumida Kawa? Alright. Tobacco. You can buy cigarettes then. Scene. Okay, so this is our first credit. Complete the prologue. Cool. Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Shogookie's story to a close. But this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The roots of the 3 protagonists have now been unlocked. Harue Shigima, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsu Tsutsumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Yako Sakasaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead. A girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Following these 3 storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. I was about to say, I kind of feel like this is about the perfect time to end it, but 10 minutes might be a bit short. Not even 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's jump in with Harue and at least play a first part and meet with the detective. No dream. Harue Shigima. When the son of Harue Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. May those who mock fire perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. Flying berries to the wall. We have acquired the power of the Curse Stone, the Haunting Clappers. We can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on the person. Press the Use Curse button to set your target alight. The Haunting Clappers, an enduring superstition, at the evening bell rings in Iriecho, near present-day Shumoku Bridge. A night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all the while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight, the sound of another set of clappers answers back. Curiously, clappers together again. Clap, clap. The echo answers again. But no matter how hard the search is for the source of this second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. Kills by burning one who is in possession of fire or fire starting to rise. Resentful memory. Red. Everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot. So hot. I must call for help, but I cannot speak. My throat must be burned out from the smoke. Now, think. I'm already on fire. That's right. I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack. Is anybody there? Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? All right. Ah, it must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. A witch, those hauntingly cold eyes at my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. Feels like my head will split open. Ah, right. The evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. Got to do it louder. Clap, clap. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, Ghostman? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Shigima Mansion reception room. Back with me, madam? Ma'am? Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Sweet dreams. Housewife Haruhi Shigima. Do I really want to read all that? Yay, maybe. Since it's the setup for this whole thing. Haruhi is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoko Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiations. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Haruhi to call on the services of a private investigator, Richter Kai, to uncover the truth. The Shigima family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigima line work as police bureaucrats and senior police officers. Haruhi's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigima clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, as the family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Haruhi's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haruhi a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haruhi spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. The cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. A few months ago, Haruhi's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Haruhi left to live in the large, empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time, comes in to take care of all the housework, Haruhi has nothing but time on her hands. Yeah, that doesn't help. That makes her spiral out of control even more, huh? That certainly wouldn't help anyone. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance. Long last. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Holy fuck. So much. The eccentric man that Shogo Okie ran into at Hoonji Bridge, Richter is actually a private investigator with an office in Ota City, Tokyo. After taking on a request from Haruhi Shigima. It makes me wonder. Haruhi definitely sounds more like a first name than Shigima. But why then is he called Richter with his first name and Kai is his family name apparently? Why? Whatever. To investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son, he gets caught up in the events surrounding the resurrection. Or did they leave it as Kai Richter in the original without indicating that it is actually Western name and Western spelling of the name, and the localizers did not realize that they actually did not switch around the names, so now he's called Richter with his first name. I don't know. If somebody knows, please tell me. He gets caught up in the events surrounding the rite of resurrection. Once police officer Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and put his office in dire financial strain. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective Jun Iryo at the police academy. Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerisms, Richter excels at covert investigations and tailing his targets. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents, and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office and, more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. Okay. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get to see more of him. Okay. As we go further into this. But, you know what? I would say this is as good a time as any to stop it. And we can dive further into this tomorrow. Reading all these things out loud has killed my voice and has taken quite some time. So yeah, I'll see to how I can fit in more recordings until the whole uploading speed is figured out. I'm still not sure why it's happening. I guess I'll have to contact my internet provider. That's gonna take ages. And see if things going on there weirds me out. But Eh. So be it, I guess. Anyway, as always, thank you for sticking around until the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.